Hey guys, I'm James Brown. This is my wife,
I'm
Sarah.
Sarah.
Sarah, and what I'm trying to do here is what we're going to do is I'm going to teach her a couple things here about recording a video on the laptop, and then she's going to share a couple things about what she's just learned from what I shared with her a few minutes ago. Because it's really cool when you can get your wife involved in the company that you're trying to build and that you are producing an income in on the internet. Because when you team up together, what happens is you and your wife can actually produce a synergy in your business and can not just do two times as amount of results at the end of the day, but most of the time, usually people end up creating 5, 10, sometimes 15 times the amount that you can normally create with a single individual. So today what we're going to do is, baby, what I want to share with you is, so I set this up and I created this video. This is a uh, a video that you can screen share, but at the same time you can even move it around. You can also record yourself down here. You can move this any which way. Obviously you don't want to cover up the text that you're going to be going over, but what I want to ask is if you can show these people what, not how, but what I shared with you about um, how to create a blog post.
Okay.
Can you show them what I shared with you as much as you can remember? And share with them, and I want you to talk with them. I want you to talk to them about you. First, I want you to share your story and tell them, I speak I and you language, because when you talk to the other person, what we're going to try to do, my wife and I, we're going to help you to understand how you can actually create a video so that you can share with anybody that's out there, guys. If you learn how to do this and you learn how to communicate effectively with a person on the other side of the camera, then they're going to feel like they're talking, well, to you. You're going to talk to them, back and forth. So don't you feel like I'm talking to you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, and I wasn't even talking to you. I was talking, I was talking, to you listening on the outside of the screen. So, guys, I want to introduce my wife. My wife's name is Sarah. Share a little bit about. Why don't you share, your background, your maybe some struggles that you've gone through, and what gave you the epiphany that you wanted to also start getting involved in the internet business, and where we're going from here, for what our future is going to be.
So, yeah, this is all, well, somewhat new to me, I guess. Um, so wow, where to begin? Um, for the
Sure.
past almost 9 years, I have been a legal secretary and was brought up in a home where you're, you go to college or university and you get a job, and no matter if you hate it, you just keep doing it and trying to, you know, stay employed basically in this day and age. And so I was doing that, and I found myself in a place where I was completely miserable. Um, Gave a lot to this company, and just felt like I was really dying inside, just because that was what I was supposed to do. And shortly after James and I got married, he found something that he wanted to do, working online, and I was not exactly excited, to for him to get involved in something online. And just 'cause people talk about all their scams on there, blah blah blah, and um, I think like the first month or so, I was really angry that he would spend money on something, that just seemed kind of like hope. But then when I actually saw him make money, I kind of had to put my foot in my mouth, and realize that, hey, wow, he is actually going after his dreams and doing stuff. So he took me to one of the conferences, and it was very eye opening. I I was not very open-minded about it in the beginning, but after hearing people speak and kind of seeing that I could use my talents and um, my passions, and apply them to help James was pretty cool. Just seeing that there were a lot of married couples that were doing this, and I think that as just a married couple, you're gonna have your strengths and weaknesses, and they're gonna work together. Because a lot of my strengths are weaknesses of James, and vice versa. A lot of his strengths are my weaknesses, and so that makes us a good team as a married couple. But I think that it also makes us a good team and stuff like this because my background in school is I focused on English and journalism, and I majored in English and journalism, and I actually enjoy writing and reading, where he doesn't really like doing that as much as me. He was laughing at me because I wanted to read a book that was quite thick earlier, and yeah. So for fun, yeah. So anyway.
And that's the reason why we're here, guys, is because I wanted to show her how she can use this skill and this ability. This is ridiculous. This would take me like 10 years. That's like 3 Bibles. To do something. I was like, man, if I could read like that, I would never have to work. I've always struggled with that. So, but even with my struggles, praise God, we've been able to do some great things on the internet. So how much more could she do using that skill and that ability with a couple of quick things that she's never seen before that help her do this? So anyways, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, that's fine. I mean, because James gets to do this, a lot, like reading up on this stuff and learning new things. And so it's nice having him because then he kind of, gives me the Cliff Notes version of what he's learning, and so I learn it, and it's kind of cool. It just gave me like a little talk a few minutes ago about how to write a blog, and so now it's time to actually apply what he's taught me and see how we go from here. So yeah, I guess this is a cool tool, just seeing that you can actually see me, the speaker, as well as what I'm looking at on the screen. So, here's my mouth. But yeah, I think with writing, I can hold myself to a high standard because of my background, and think that I need to write perfectly. And there is something to be said about good content. But I think that there's so much at our fingertips that we can use to help us when that's not our strength. And so I think that, blogging can sound like a lot of work, but you can actually make it a lot more simple by using what's already available at your fingertips. There's so many people out there who blog, and, it's to me, I look at it and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna plagiarize because plagiarizing is not okay. But it's cool to type something in that you're wanting to write about and to get ideas from them. And you can go to these sites, and there might be like top 10 ways to generate leads, or whatever, and you can kind of take those ideas and make them your own. But it's cool because I think the best part is, if you reference the link, what's it called? What do you call it when you put in the link? When you reference?
This keyword or the long
No, when you reference a website. Back something?
You're talking about backlinking?
Yeah, backlinking. That was something that James just told me about, because that made no sense to me. But how these people, yes, here's a blog that I was looking at earlier, on how to get more traffic to your site. And, he's got this exact backlinking. Am I saying that right? He's got all these people that he's taken information from, and he's crediting them, which is good. But it also like builds your own rapport, I guess. And that what word did you use that it does? When you do backlinking,
gives you more search power, or if you're good at Facebook, they call it edge rank. That people will see more of your stuff. Well, in Google, it will put you in the top ranking of Google.
Yeah, which is incredible to think about, because how many times a day do you go to Google and you type something in? And so it's interesting to think about how you can get your own content at the top of a Google search. But yeah, so there's a lot of cool things that you can do by using other people's work and giving them credit and linking to it. And if you look at, go back to that one. I was looking at this picture that was down here. Scroll down a little bit. Getting traffic for your blog, what really matters. And as I was talking about, like, good content definitely helps, because people do want to read what they're interested in, and good things. But this is cool too, is actually getting guest posts to write on your blog, which I hadn't really thought about, like having guest bloggers, which is kind of cool. But yeah, this website I thought was pretty neat. I don't know what you're doing.
So tell them how they can write a blog using strategies that we did here, and create something like this from nothing, from not having any ideas or anything, and then tell them what we're going to do, and tell them where we're going to go because of us creating.
So, like I said before, you can use other people's work to help you create your own blogs. So you can literally open, 5 different tabs and kind of take little pieces of information to create your own blog and something like this. So if you, open up one thing, should I open this one? See how fast the internet works with that. So, in all honesty, this blog is not very appealing to me. But there probably is some good content in here. It just makes me think of a site from the 90s when the internet first came out. But they've got all the typical stuff. Why did it not come back up? So, yeah, make that help. Save people, I'm still learning. I don't know what I'm doing.
Just so you know that every time you move the mouse, there's a little yellow circle.
Oh, that's weird, but okay.
So try to quicken it up, because we want to keep these guys on the edge of their seats. We want to help them to feel like they're actually learning the process of that. So you want to be quick. You want to share quick, concise information, and then we'll get them out of it. So that's another key thing, guys, in the video.
Yeah, which I'm learning. So yeah, you could take little pieces and apply it to create your own blog. Keeping in mind that you want to, go over to this. You want to have like your title here of what you're actually talking about, and then based on what sites you've opened, if you take one piece of information from here, you can create it, as a number one bullet point or whatever, um, to help you create your blog. So in essence, you can create more blogs by using other people as your references, and then it doesn't feel so overwhelming to create a blog completely from scratch because you're using information that's already there and you're just compiling it all in one place instead of having to do what you're doing of opening 7 tabs to find what you want. You're creating a better blog for people to actually go and look at where there's more information in one place. So yeah, it's a pretty cool thought that you can save other people time and you inevitably drive more traffic to your own site as well because you have all the information in one place versus several places. So, yeah.
So, guys, what Sarah did is she shared a few key points. It's not everything. What we're going to do is when you guys make a decision and click the link in the description, what we're going to do is we're going to sit down with you and I'm going to have a personal coaching session with you. I'm going to spend 15 to 20 minutes with you, absolutely no cost to you, with a value of $297. When you click the link below and you join our team for $7, then we'll get you rolling in the system and I'm going to give you a special coaching call just for you.
And he's a good coach. He teaches me everything.
So guys, go ahead, click the link below. We'll show you exactly how you can rank number one, in the top 5 rankings of Google on the first page of whatever keywords you desire to be on. We're going to help you to set your blog up and set up hundreds, thousands, depending on, sky's the limit. Whatever amount of blogs that you'd like to create, we're going to show you how to do that, how to target a specific market, drive traffic for your business, whatever you're doing now. And if you don't have a current business, we'll help you to figure out what you want to do and help you to narrow in, laser beam focus on your passions and what you desire in your life and learn how to make money on the internet. Because you can pretty much do anything that you want to do. It's all catered to what you love and where you want to go in your life.
Yeah, so, and on that note, I would like to add that if you, don't want to be on screen or you feel uncomfortable, trust me, I'm not a public speaker. I'm a writer at heart, so it's cool. You can actually do this. It's, of course he makes it the screen just on me.
It's gone now.
No, yeah. No, see, this is what I would like to do is you don't see me, but yeah, I mean, I think that's key. Is like, James is a good coach, and I think, I feel comfortable coming on here. I'm not completely beat red like I am when I have to do presentations. So, yeah.
So click the link below, guys, in the description, and we'll see you on the team. And I look forward to meeting you and hearing your story and breaking bread with you. Talk to you soon. Take care.
Bye.